The Gamow Bag. This is a portable, personal hyperbaric chamber. This is used for helping a person with acute mountain sickness, HAPE or HACE, to decrease in elevation, their perceived elevation, when actual descent is not an option. So, as long as your patient is stable enough to be within the bag for at least an hour at a time, we can have them zipped in here with any kind of extra blankets, pillows that they might need to stay comfortable in the environment. And then we inflate the bag using either a foot pump or an electric pump. Here at the South Pole, we have the luxury of electricity, so we can use an electric compressor to fill the bag, but we do have the option to use the foot pump, and that's what you would use out in the field if needed. The way that this works is you've determined that your patient needs to have the therapy, so finding as nice of a level, soft spot as you can, maybe putting ground pads down. Open the Gamow bag, bring your patient inside, have them raise their arms and legs as much as they can to occupy as much space. That's just that much less air that you need to pump into the bag. Zip it closed, and then either turn your compressor on or start pumping by foot. This goes up to a pressure of 2 psi, and once it reaches the 2 psi, then it has pressure relief valves. These will vent at that approximately 2 psi or 100 to 105 millimeters mercury. Now, once you get up to pressure, that usually takes about 2 minutes worth of foot pump, but then you have to continuously pump at least 10 pumps per minute in order to circulate the air. So you're pumping out the carbon dioxide and you're pumping in new air. Otherwise, the patient will use up the usable air and have another kind of bad outcome. This frame has small windows to help reduce claustrophobia, help you keep an eye on your patient, and a pressure reading here, so you can keep an eye on what's going on. Now, you need to keep the patient at pressure for a minimum of 1 hour at a time for therapy. And here at the South Pole, this kind of thing would be used as a temporizing measure because we are at a plateau at 9,300 feet, about 800 miles from the coast. We can only descend by airplane. So if we did have somebody that wasn't acclimatizing once they arrived here and they would need to be evacuated out, it's very likely that you'd have to wait at least 24 hours before we got another flight in here. And then these flights are often subject to cancellation because of weather conditions. So this would be something that we would use potentially overnight, throughout a night, hopefully only one, but perhaps a couple, to be able to get our patient out in good condition. We have a patient here that just came up to altitude, did not acclimatize, did not take their acetazolamide, and has been experiencing some headaches, nausea, vomiting, abnormal gait, just becoming more and more confused now. We'd like to evacuate back down to sea level where they just came from, but we don't have a flight for at least another 24 hours. So we're going to use our Gamow bag to try to stabilize our patient. So let's put him in. This is an instrument used to measure pressure for us right now. So it is giving us a reading of 20.18 inches of mercury. And we will see if we can, with the Gamow bag, increase the pressure inside, so increase the pressure felt by the patient, which will thereby decrease the physiologic altitude that they're experiencing. So we'll put this in with our patient so we can monitor. Get them zipped up and and start pressurizing. right, we're starting to gain some pressure. So let's come around. All right, so we have made it up to 2 psi, and we have a pressure reading of 24.4940 and dropping. So we have lowered the physiologic altitude for our patient, and he will hopefully continue to feel better and better until we can get him evacuated. This is the Gamow Bag.